Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
So this episode reaffirms all of our statement about Ollie being probably the worst character on this show, right?
Ollie wa hontou ni saitei no yatsu desho?
So, is the entire video gonna be you speaking?
Aitsu no kasu, aitsu ga, boy, actually, boy, I don't want to have to. You know what? I had to do Spanish earlier this week. I can't keep switching gears like this. Yeah, but no, Ollie's the worst. Well, no, again, it's so funny, right? So, this episode, it features prominently both Ollie and Ion, the two worst characters, or at least members of the Rangers.
Ollie's redeeming quality is Amelia.
Oof.
And his mother.
Oof. When your redeeming quality is your loved ones, that's bad, man. That's real bad. It's like, well, you're not great, but she likes you, so something's there. Like, as Amelia said, that's one of my favorite things about you, is your relationship with your mom. Weird statement, but okay. No, but
do you think Amelia only likes Ollie because, oh boy, he has something she doesn't have, right?
Look, if she marries into the family, she can finally have the mother she never had.
Right?
One parent-in-law is better than no parents at all.
Yeah, I mean, for Amelia case, yes. Right?
Jesus, yeah. But hey, it's all about... I mean, it's not all about Ion and Ollie. It's mostly about Ollie. But I do like the Ion parts of this because it's like...
Oh man, this episode really got me on a bit. I literally thought this was going to be an Ollie episode, right? Until it switched to Ion, I was like, is this an Ion-focused episode now?
Somehow Ion isn't the worst part of the episode. Ollie is so problematically bad that Ion is made better in comparison.
He's over-focusing on his date night idea and just ignoring everything else. Real problem here.
I mean, yeah, so... Alright, so hey, it's Dino Fury episode 18 of season 2, fuck off, whatever, I don't know, man. Guilt trip.
Guilt trip.
Yeah.
Darn a trip,
yeah,
right?
We're guilt, and there's a lot of guilt, I guess. I mean, but the difference is, like... So this is one of those things where, again, like, we're going back to old formula of the Void family, whatever, has plans that are actually relevant to, like, moving the plot forward, and then the Rangers are just doing fuck all, like...
Date night, you know?
Yeah, which... Okay, so... Molly and I had points on this.
Okay.
This is an adult date night.
Yeah.
This is two young people...
Having a sleepover.
Yeah,
together.
a sleepover, right?
Okay.
At a, like, bed and breakfast, essentially, like, situation. Together. And it's like, oh, we could order food, like, late at night. Ooh, banana splits, I love that. Okay, that's great. How does this connect to the kids? This is a show that should be... The target demographic is typically kids.
Yeah,
12, I mean, maybe
boys,
slightly older. Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. I mean, and girls, they try to be. They've tried better to be inclusive, certainly over the last few years. But I mean, it's, you know, when your kids, you know, you like to play pretend, and the boys get to be the boy Power Rangers a lot, and the girls be the girl Power Rangers a lot, and it's just kids playing, like, make believe, whatever. Are we adding into, like, playing house, like, fucking, like, who's going to make the Airbnb reservation? And, like, planning out the trip and, like, how we travel there? Like, is part of playing house now to kids, like...
Who's booking the reservation?
Yeah, who's booking the reservation? Did you put in the right dates for the flight? Like, which credit card are we using?
Right? It's what do you think the kids are taking out from this conversation? Are they really thinking about the whole B&B? Or do they think, oh wow, house to house? Wow, banana split. I love that. Right,
but that's like my point. Is like, but why have
jokes that are made for adults, but are in a kid show that as a kid you don't understand the joke, like you only understand bits of it, and then when you rewatch it later as an adult, you're like, oh, that's what they were going for. Oh, it's like that joke in Pokemon when they're like, when Ash was like, boy, hey, I thought Vikings lived in Minnesota. You're like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't understand this. I don't understand this fucking joke.
I mean, that's true, but it's the point, I guess, is like, it's such a weird. I mean, I guess technically they're staying at the hotel to do like ghost hunting, right?
Kids
so
love
they're
that.
not actually planning on going to sleep necessarily. They're planning on staying up to like check for ghosts.
The point of this hotel.
Yeah, it's just it feels like too much of a real adult couple like conversation for like kids to understand. Like,
I think the one thing that kids can get out of this is, ooh, I want to stay at a haunted hotel.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's it.
Also, I just realized now that I'm watching this beginning, they're at work and they're doing this, right?
Yep. Once again, Buzz Blast is a broken company.
Right? Like, company, you're on company time. I'm like, boy, man, I wish I could be at a work where I could plan out a fucking bed and breakfast, you know? Right?
Well, some motherfuckers behind them are just playing foosball. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of people not doing shit. This is like the Google offices or with like the slide and like playroom or whatever. Pretty sure there's like a ball pit or something. I don't know.
Oh boy, you think? Oh boy, hey, hold on. What do you think about foam pit? You know, right? You think
I don't think you should have a foam pit. You might get your back blown out.
Oh, you know, or your arm broken. You know, as well.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so the episode starts right off with, so then Ollie and Amelia are making a date. Honestly, I will say, this conversation between the two of them is like the closest we've seen them to them been like a harmonious relationship. Like actually, like
they're
Ollie,
both excited to do this.
Ollie isn't shitting on like Amelia buying an EMF thing.
Yeah.
Which
even though it looks stupid as shit.
Even though it looks like it's the discount one that you don't buy from Target, you buy from like Kmart.
Look, even Ghostfacers had a better one.
Yeah. Oh man. So I made a spectrum. I can't pull up an image right now.
Okay.
But the spectrum I have of like EMF readers for like ghost hunting goes like on the high end, right? Is the one from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's like fully encased and it's got like the expanding antennas and everything, all that stuff. Molly and I just watched for Molly the first time Ghostbusters, and then I showed her the new Ghostbusters, spoopy season and stuff. So that one's the high end of the spectrum. The low end is Supernatural, where it looks like they're holding like an exposed circuit board with a fucking like radio antenna and like 4 little light bulbs, like Christmas light bulbs. That just like
a lot of exposed wires.
It's a lot of exposed wires, and it has like it is so raw. Like it looks like they just went beep boop pop, glued a battery to the back.
They just glued like glowing bits onto it, and then they just say like, here you go, here's your ghost stuff. It beeps and boops.
Look, the circuit is closed and running and doing the thing it's supposed to. That's good enough. That is like they just slapped that shit together, and they have used the same one for 11 seasons.
Oh boy, what? Dude,
and I have a sneaking suspicion that they'll use it 15 seasons deep. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seeing that thing at the end. But fucking Amelia's looks like it's just like slightly better.
Boy, I can't get over how the fact it's just translucent plastic as well.
Did you ever get one of those, or like did you ever have like a family member or like an uncle that like gave you like flashlights as a present?
No.
Or something like utility. I have one uncle / family friend that would give us like flashlights every year because it's like, oh, you always use a flashlight. But one of them was like one of those that you can like shake the battery to like it always give you kinetic. It always gives you like kinetic energy to like
until it dies out, and then you have to shake it.
Right.
And you're basically
Hey,
Yeah, so you're basically
in
jacking off a flashlight in the dark.
In the post-apocalyptic situation, there won't be any batteries left, right?
Yeah, no, it's smart, but it's also, for some reason, they make them see-through so that you can see that it's still shaking for some reason, I guess. It just reminds me of that. It just reminds me of a big translucent, like, shake weight fucking EMF. Like, I feel like Amelia's gonna be shaking this deodorant stick to fucking, like, see if ghosts are around.
For me,
Boy,
I just
hey.
feel like it's like the play school model designed for like kindergarten.
Right, yeah.
Baby's first
Yeah.
EMF reader.
Babby's first EMF,
Hey,
yeah.
all right, hey, pretty honest, we don't record these all at once in batches as soon as the episode drop on Netflix. We record this shit weekly because we're all busy with real life shit. So hey, we're still recording this in the month of October. Are you suggesting we go buy an EMF reader now for Halloween and go see if we can find some ghosts?
Don't think
What
it'd
do
be that
you
hard.
need to do to make one? I would rather have, if there's gonna be an EMF reader, I want to see if I can do it supernatural style and just glue a bunch of shit to a wooden block.
then we'll go to like the nearest cemetery and see what happens. And you can just walk in those
Yeah.
things, right? Like they don't care, right? And if someone asks you what you're doing, you're like, I'm here to visit a dead one. And they ask you who?
Depends on
and
the-
they just point to a random.
Depends on the cemetery.
How are they gonna verify? Are they gonna verify if you know? the
And
person?
Molly is now looking up EMF readers. Thanks.
There's one that's a teddy bear.
What?
Okay.
Oh no! I heard about that. It was like they use it for child ghosts, right? Right, because apparently even though a kid.
What?
I
Yeah.
don't know, it just says Boo Buddy Junior trigger object.
Yeah. It's like,
Is it for the 44 Jewish orphans that were sent to Auschwitz in Supernatural?
It's right.
It got real. It got real Nazi real fast in Supernatural.
Oh.
Like,
No, I see. It's like for some reason, ghost hunter thinks that if you put like a children's object, it will resonate with the ghost kids. Like, oh hey, look, this is the thing you didn't have as a kid, right? Because you were
all right,
dying.
so that sounds like if I do like LED wiring in like one of my Gunplas so that it lights up, I could have a Gunpla that could be an EMF reader.
Probably.
Holy fuck. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Anyway, Ollie starts right off by fucking, blowing off his mom and saying, what do you mean? I totally did my homework. I'm gonna go back to hang out with my girlfriend. Bye. And then, when his mom actually starts getting attacked, he goes,
Oh, what,
Stupid mom.
$187? What the fuck? Jesus. Hey, don't worry about me.
Yeah,
listen,
they get expensive.
listen.
Oh.
That's
And
why
they
I said,
still look like kids talking.
Boy, I'm looking at
Wooden block.
$27, and it looks like the fucking prop from the show. Holy shit, this thing looks so fucking.
wooden block, circuit board, wires, copper, and
I'm just gonna post this in the chat.
and a D battery.
So fucking bad. This
That looks like a
that
that
That's
looks like
$70.
that looks like a Geiger counter.
That's like $70.
Oh, the one I looked at
That-
had for $27.
Man, this is the ultimate grift. People are just fucking
Paying shit ton
Yeah.
of money for this. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's I found one for
$70
$26 now. It looks like a sticker's like the funniest thing to me.
Yeah, that looks fake as fuck.
Okay.
Uh,
Anyway, back to the episode. Yeah, fucking
yeah, speaking of ghosts, though, a yokai is attacking Osaka.
mhm.
I do like, so, just to passively watch this in the background so we can follow the flow of the episode, the subtitles say, newsreader speaking in Japanese. I'm also really glad that the Japanese researcher with Ollie's mom, appears to be also genuinely Japanese and not just an Asian person that they made do an accent. Because I got real worried for a second.
You thought they were
but
gonna
yeah.
put a heroes on you, right?
I was thinking more of like... I guess the closest equivalent would be... Honestly, it's a weird parallel, but Chadwick Boseman, where it's like, he had to make up the accent for Wakanda, and like,
I mean,
everybody in Black Panther is...
like a fictional.
Yeah,
version?
but it's fictional Africa. So it's like they just kind of like guesstimated on an African accent.
Mhm.
So they're all kind of just going with like guesstimation of, like, an African accent.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of working with it, so it's kind of like... It's not like it's coming from, like, a distinct language, or it's just a bunch of Americans doing... It's like reverse British people doing English accents.
Oh, okay.
Or British people doing American accents.
Okay. So Daniel Craig, basically. Right.
Yeah, Daniel Craig, fucking Benedict Cumberbutton, all of them.
Yeah. And look. Always like, oh, I don't want to deal with this monster that's probably killing innocent people. I'm trying to get something tonight at this hotel.
Hey, I'm trying to stay up all night with my girlfriend. Don't worry about it. And then his mom calls Solon. Truly the power play of the parent world of just, okay, I'll call your fucking supervisor and see what's up with you because you're not replying to my calls. And then Ollie manipulates / tricks fucking Ion into thinking. I guess it's not quite gaslighting. He just tricks Ion into, yo, the food in Japan is really good.
Right? Look,
but it's so tough. I went to
Japan. Know what they are exactly, right? Because you're still a fucking slug human from a different planet.
Yeah, but somehow he does know. But somehow he does know what they are. But he's never had them. But he's excited to try them. But he's never had them.
I mean, that's like a lot of things. Like I heard of food, and I haven't tried them. But at least I know the concept of them, that they exist.
Yeah, but I don't scream, I like this. Like, I love ramen, sashimi, and miso soup. But I've never had them.
Yeah.
Then you don't love them. Like, that's just a straight up lie. That's just, like, ridiculous. Like, I've never had, speaking of slug people, although this is slightly different, I've never had escargot.
Yeah.
But I think it's fucking terrible. Right, but it's more accurate to say, I've never tried escargot.
I wonder what it
But for
tastes
some
like.
reason, because Ion is just written as this perpetually stupid character
Who loves food.
right? Who loves food. He has to be like, I love all these things, but I also have never tried them because I'm dumb, but I'm also hungry. Like, also, it's funny that as the darkest person of this podcast, Ollie sends the blackest person of the team off to Japan. Boy, Slug Boy Ion is about to have a hell of a time in Japan.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, love it in Japan. The Japanese people love it. Look, they love it.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he doesn't get picked up to be hired as a bodyguard for a girl constantly, like, trying to escape her rich family.
Right.
Yeah. But, and get renamed John. John is your slave name. But anyway, yeah. Ion shows up and surprisingly doesn't out Ollie for, like, just curving his mom. Like...
I mean, like, he doesn't even know, right? He just, Ollie has plans, right? Like, he doesn't even know what Ollie's plans are, like, right? Right? Is it like Ollie was giving
No, he said that Amelia and I had a date night.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Oh, does he? Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah. I'm going back. Yeah, Amelia and I, had a big date night planned.
Okay, never mind then. Oh, yeah, hey, look, good guy, looking out for the bros, you know?
Yeah, I'm just surprised that he pulled it off. I just can't believe that he pulled it off. Like, the fact that, like, literally, Molly and I at least told Molly, I'm pretty sure that he's just going to show up. Ion, being the dumbest one of the group, is going to show up and go, I'm here. And then his mom will go, why are you here? He goes, because Ollie had a date. And then she goes, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, well, with Amelia. He's dating Amelia? Well, yeah, you didn't know that they were dating? Like, just reveal everything. Like, because clearly Ollie's just, like, hiding everything from his mom.
Yeah.
But then it turns out later that we find out that his mom does know that he's dating Amelia. he's just being an asshole and not explaining himself to her. Like, he could just say, I'm in the middle of doing something. Like, send a text like, fuck, I sound like my parents.
No. Uh-oh.
Listen, that's my difference. I'm consistently inconsistent.
Okay.
If they never expect anything from me, if they never expect me to call them every day like Ollie and his mom were apparently doing, they can't get mad at me, or they can't be upset because sometimes I'm doing work, which is the exact reason why they kept telling me to get a better job or to get a job so I can move out or blah 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 blah. You gotta do all these things. Well, I'm doing all those things, parents, so that means that I can't fucking pick up the phone for you. Sorry. That didn't come from like a real place. But anyway, yeah. Hey, the first thing that Ion wants to try is takoyaki. Boy, I don't know if takoyaki is the first thing that I would jump on in Japan. Takoyaki feels like a slightly more advanced, like, meal to try. Because it's, I mean, if you're not used to octopus, but like, so Ion goes, do you know any good spots? And then we get this little shot of like, okay, we're going out, and there's like an Osaka castle, and we're out there in Japan, quote unquote. I'm really not certain that we're in Japan. But they went so far to get takoyaki.
I mean,
and then later on the
episode that they chose is actually pretty good for this episode, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's just. Well, I guess you'd have a better answer for this than I would. Was this just an episode for them to excuse a bunch of, like, mostly Japanese footage?
Oh, yeah, I would
like
assume
mostly
so,
Sentai
right?
footage? Because
I don't remember this episode,
it seemed,
right? Like every fucking season, right? Because this show is, like, technically, like, 3 years old now, right?
I think, no, it's gotta be like 6 years old. What? If it's Ryu Soldier?
Ryu Soldier was? Oh, wait.
Ryu Soldier was like 2016.
No, Ryu
like,
Soldier
started in 2016.
Ryu Soldier was 2019.
Was it?
Yeah. You're thinking of the other Dino season that was 2016.
Oh, Dino Charge?
Yeah. Yeah, I think...
Hold on. Wait a minute. How many... No.
I go... Oh boy, Jake's having an episode right now.
Ryu Soldier. Oh, it really was 2019. I guess. Wait, so there's Ryu Soldier, and then the one with Dino Charge.
Yeah, Dino Charge was 2016.
But then the one before that was dinosaur related was Dino Thunder.
That was like 24, 23.
Okay, so. In my mind, I could have sworn that when I went to Japan in 2013, and then when I went to Japan in 2016, it was just both times they were advertising dinosaur Sentai. But maybe that's just blurry memory stuff. But anyway, point is, they go all this way to go get takoyaki, even though later on, it's revealed that there's a takoyaki stand right the fuck in front of the lab. Like...
We don't know if they stopped at that one, though.
Maybe he's trying a bunch of...
stopped at the first one.
It's true, Ion is...
Maybe he would shut up while they walk.
Yeah, Ion is a glutton, so maybe they've been getting takoyaki at every stand along the way for him to compare and contrast. But... I just like the idea of, like, Ion asking, is there a good spot? And maybe it being like, yo, fuck that stand. Yo, that guy gives out. That octopus looks fucked up. That, like, nah.
Right.
That's blue ring octopus. You'll get poisoned. Like, you don't want that. But anyway, we get to the greatest part of the episode. An American goes to Japan and gets a bunch of pies filled with cream slapped in his face. I've seen that.
Oh yeah, look, it's like my favorite episode of It's Always Sunny, you know? Right?
Yeah, I want to serve you I'm going to serve the kids my cream pies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this Sporix is a confectionery?
Looks
Sporix?
like it. Boy, like I said, I don't remember the original Source episode this was in. Right? Because it's been so fucking long and there's too many fucking Sentai episodes every year. Right? But
I'm gonna go in.
But I
I'll
assume
go
that this
find it.
episode probably used so much Japanese from that to the point where they're like, they couldn't edit around it, right? To the point where like, oh fuck, we actively have to find like a fake Japanese town in New Zealand for us to fucking. I really hope New Zealand has a big Japanese community that we can go to.
I wonder if this was filmed in New Zealand. Because it feels like the kind of thing that would be like a set in California, but not necessarily New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Because the foliage in the shot when like they're fighting like out of their suits, or at least Ion is fighting outside of his suit, like before they shift or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's clearly a set that is in wherever they could be. I don't know if they went to actual Japan for a set, or if there's like a California set that would be more hospitable to the foliage that's shown.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. Like, that's the biggest tell for me that, like, it's supposed to actually be Japan, is like, versus them being like, oh, yeah, it's Pine Ridge or whatever the fuck. You know, they're saying that it's America or whatever, but the trees make me go, I mean, I've never seen trees like that in America, or forests like that in America. But trees like that feels more like Japan or something along the same, like, latitudinal line as, like, Japan. Somewhere along the Pacific North,
right.
Something like that. Pacific Middle?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway.
Hey, look, Mucus tries Mucus best to spell, you know, right?
Yeah, it spells a fucked up cake and then eats shit.
Oh boy, that's so
Which
funny.
is the shit cake.
Eats cake.
It was not a lie.
That was enough. It was enough for her.
It's probably shit cake, but...
Oh, you don't think Mucus has good cooking skill, right? You don't trust Mucus by herself to make a cake, right?
Well, she clearly made enough.
Have the dexterity.
She clearly made enough of a sponge cake to cushion her fall,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if that's a sign of a good or a bad cake that it can cushion your fall.
Maybe it's just a dump cake.
It's a dump cake. All right, this is a big old dump cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys want to try my dump cake? Oh,
yeah, but don't worry,
Steve,
Mucus'
come
plan
eat my
worked
dump
of distracting the ranger in Japan, you know, right?
yeah, I guess that was the full, like, plan,
Get the
I guess.
rangers far enough, right? Like, boy, hey, look, where's the one place that they'll go that so we can distract them at, you know? Japan. That's right. Because, you know, Japan's the best. Hey, look, if there's a country you want to send a monster to attack you that has, like, no weekly attack, right? With no defense system, it's Japan, you know, right?
Yeah, they've never experienced this ever before at all.
Mm-hmm, right? Good thing there's no other superhero team in Japan to stop this, you know, to stop a stupid monster of the week from appearing and doing something, right? Yeah. So hey, look, they get the drill. Look, they want to get the drill. Void King, not good with technology, it turns out.
Yeah, somehow turning the key wasn't everything that we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like there's a pretty big green button next to your right hand that you might need to press.
you think this starts situation like if he just like he actually did turn it on, but he had to fucking push on, right? It's like when you put your keys into the car, you don't act right, and you're like, oh man, why isn't my car moving, right? You don't shift gears, right? Is it like that?
Okay, so hold on. It's been a while since I've looked this up.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you this. This is not a cake-based, or confectionery-based, Minosaur.
Yeah, that's
right?
interesting.
Because that's what it's based off of. I mean, let me put it this way, I guess. It is, but not in what it's based off of.
Is it a cream?
What do you...
Shaved almonds?
What... I'm going to say, what mythological creature do you think it's based off of? Mythological species that it's based off of.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck?
I'll... Just as a hint, it's like fantasy.
Phoenix? Because that seems dumb.
It's not Phoenix.
It's let's see. I was gonna say it has to be. Oh boy, I just realized his face is in the middle of his chest. Fuck.
Yeah, that's what all the sporks are.
Cool.
That's how I know that it's a sporks.
Yeah. I mean, it has a fancy beard. I have to assume something from Chinese mythology. A Kirin? I'm gonna say a Kirin. Or the...
You're both wrong. It's a dwarf.
This is a dwarf. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. The hat.
Yes, it's so small and short when it grows a couple 100 feet.
The dwarf Minosaur is a dwarf-themed Minosaur monster from the warfare tribe Druidon, created from the negative emotions of Mao Yaomasu, based on her wish to reject inheriting her father's martial arts dojo in favor of pursuing her dreams of becoming a pâtissier in France with her boyfriend.
Ah.
What? Entirely different thing.
I mean...
It's just one of those things of, like... Again... The plot of what's happening with the Rangers and the plot of, like... What's happening with the greater plot with the monsters and all the villains is so disjointed.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's never like... Oh... my coworker at Buzz Blast is having this issue, and they got transformed. Nope, it's just, here's a random monster. Blech.
Oh, yeah, no, this reached the point where the Power Rangers are just part-time at this point. Like they're not actively searching for these, like, right? It's like in Lilo and Stitch, the series, right? How
the series, yeah,
right,
where they're just checking off a list.
How Lilo and Stitch only does something when an experiment comes, instead of, like, oh, to be fair, there are actual fucking children, so they shouldn't be going around looking... Right, probably a bad... Okay, hey, what's a better example? Can I work Supernatural into this?
Oh yeah, no, you could absolutely work Supernatural into this. They're constantly going, hey, should we go focus on killing X ultimate bad guy of the season? We should, but maybe we take this time to go do this, like, ghost hunting / zombie situation.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be related to the greater plot, but maybe it'll just be a moment for us to, like, learn some more about ourselves.
It's just a side job for
yeah,
them because
like,
when, you know, you're dealing with the major plot, sometimes things aren't actually happening.
Yeah, we sometimes we gotta...
Currently, like, fucking Darkness or whatever is just AWOL.
Yeah,
so
I mean...
you can't really do anything about that except for go on other side jobs.
Yeah. Or look for her, as, like, Crowley is, like, having the disconnect with like, Lucifer. Oh, Lucifer's in the show, don't worry. He's a pervert. Oh. He's a weird sex pervert.
Oh, is he an old man, or are they making him a young, hot man?
Neither.
Oh, what? Oh, boy.
He's a guy in, like, his 30s to 40s that...
He looks like a divorced dad.
Oh, that's
too much.
Oh, that's real sad, boy. That's a real sad
piece. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as when his vessel was, like, leper sore ridden.
Just peeling everywhere.
But it's more like he just likes making weird faces and making everybody feel uncomfortable.
Oh.
Like it's just like, ugh, stop, please. Don't make that face. I don't care what body you're in.
All right. So
yeah.
So now that I told you guys about the change that they done to Park Warden Garcia, it started to make a lot of sense about how the show, like, this was definitely originally written with a police officer in mind, right?
Well, does a police officer have to show up for, like, a park dig?
I mean,
because I don't understand why he would have to show up for.
I think it's just a drill, right?
Yeah, but why would a cop have to show up for a?
Oh, he gotta
like
inspect the
drilling?
drill. Make sure
they should. Whoa, yeah, the police. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing that police officers trained in. It's fucking OSHA inspections on, like, a proper dig site, like, maintenance.
Look, gotta make sure they're not doing anything illegal with this drill, you know? Right?
I think that it's more... Honestly, it makes more sense with him being a park ranger for him to be, like, checking out this drill. The real thing is...
Boy, I just realized this episode makes no sense. Holy shit. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
From a chronological standpoint, so it's midday when Ollie and Amelia were doing their thing, right?
Oh.
Right? So, right, they're at
Japan
work.
Time.
Right? So I'm gonna assume that's probably like, I don't know, what's up? How over top do you put a person at a media company to work past? I'm assuming probably like, this is like 3 to 4, right?
Well, I mean, it's
oh no,
9 hours back
13 hours
in Japan.
Japan is
No,
hours.
not if it's West Coast.
Oh, that's right. They could be West Coast.
So you could go from 9 hours back from 4 would make it, or 5 back to noon. The 4 hours back would be 8. So like 8 in the morning.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh yeah, that would make sense. This could be 8 a.m. in the morning.
It's a little bit. It's just a really long day for them. Oh man, they could play Pokemon Go eternally. They just keep going back and forth. It's the same day all the time.
That's how it works. You know, that's how the concept. That's how you cheat time. Yeah. Anyway, what sugar hit? I think it's this.
Yeah, sugar hit.
Alec,
not to be confused with the misogynist nickname to give a woman, sugar tit.
Oh, don't say that. That's how you get report to HR. If your HR company will actually take your complaint seriously, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can still get reported to HR if you don't get it, but HR might not take it seriously. But yeah. Once again, we're reminded.
Don't call random women sugar tit.
Yeah, obviously, don't do that.
Would you be okay with me calling you that? I don't think you would. Certainly not in public. You shouldn't be okay with me saying that in public. I mean, maybe if I said it as a joke, like, drunk as shit, like, while we're watching something, again, like, watching this, I go, hey, sugar tit. And, like, also one. Only one.
Only one of them?
Only one of them.
Is the other salty?
Sweet and
sour?
Sweet and salty. My favorite. Jesus. Anyway, point is, Ollie once again reminds us by being terrible, like, and Amelia having to confront him and be like, no, I don't have any parents, right? And you're being an asshole to your parent. Yeah, and, like, you had a good relationship and you're being an asshole.
Maybe don't.
Yeah.
And then, Japanese, researcher guy who shows up,
robs a vending machine.
Yeah, no, he just threw in all the yen he had and went and hit all the buttons.
I don't know why you make when there's probably a 7-Eleven close by you can go to instead and get all that stuff from. Boy, hey, I'm watching this, like, I realized that one of those, like, half of his stuff are those stupid fucking panda crackers. Now that I'm taking a freeze frame of his bag, because you can see the stupid hexagon shape that those things.
I'm trying to get a good shot of it.
I have it at 1537.
Oh, 1537. Okay.
For me.
Because I'm looking at it like loose, like I want like a shot where it's close enough that I can see
I don't think we're gonna get close enough on it, but I just realized like that majority are just those stupid panda crackers with like filling inside, right?
Yeah.
I just realized I was like, oh hey, I was like, boy, hey, what's the closest thing we can get? You know, hey, I'm amazed that they didn't just fucking put some Pocky in there, you know, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm looking at it now. Yeah, panda crackers and they see the hexagon. Yeah. Some cans. Now, my thing was, I went, how much of that is beer? But I don't think that it's actually any beer. Unless this, like, covered over...
Hiding that in his jacket.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, you can hide beer in your jacket. I know. Hey. But anyway, yeah.
Hey, look, Ollie gets told that he's fucking wrong, you know, right? Look, some people were born without parents, you know, right? and don't appreciate having parents and everything, right?
I'm sorry, hold on. No, wait. I just want you to say that sentence again.
What, some people were born without parents?
Are they worms? How are they born without parents?
I mean, it's like they're born without parents.
Sometimes you're born and then you lose parents.
Yeah.
No person is born without parents. That would be fucking nuts.
Asexual.
Completely spawned human being. I mean, I guess even Astro Boy was born of a parent. He just built him.
Like Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio, also a great example. Technically had a dad. Fake boy, real dad.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, Amelia ain't got no parents that are alive.
Yeah.
And really oh yeah, that was my joke was probably that this is just the long con for Amelia to finally get, like, if she marries Ollie, like, she finally can get the parent that she never had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because getting a parent-in-law is better than no parents. Like, hey, if I can just marry to this family, I can finally have a loving, like, parental figure. Not a grand parental figure, an actual parent.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it's the mood's immediately killed by, oh yeah, hey, we have a job to do.
Hey,
Let's go.
remember, hey, look, this is our thing we have to do, right? And then the heads were just fucking, hey, look, they're taking in the sights, right?
Yeah, they're hitting up photos for the gram.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I love this. I love that scene.
Go home and share.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I fucking love how they have the stupid little selfie stick and everything, like, oh, look at this.
There's two of them that have selfie sticks.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's the dumbest fucking thing. It's so fucking...
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Look, they're on vacation too, like, oh, hey. Right, the worst part is
might as well see in the sights until something happens, yeah.
Right? They weren't even doing anything. They were just taking photos.
What if they weren't even planning on doing anything until the Rangers started rushing them?
That's right. Look, they got assaulted by a bunch of people,
Well, oh god, man. It makes me want to make a reference to Dawn Brothers, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that knowledge in my brain passively. But, maybe it's like if you make your grunt, like, monsters, like your soldier monsters, just a bunch of unfortunately created refugees, and they just show up randomly and get attacked and fight, even though you find out they really have no reason to be, like, fighting at all or being killed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just trying to live their lives, but they keep getting drawn into this shit. Anyway, we're back in that one Japanese set village that's used in all of those, like...
period piece, right? Oh, yeah, no. Toei has an entire fucking... Like, it's like an actual, like, that's like an actual filming location. I love
Yeah, I know. It's like a old school Japanese, like essentially
Edo period
like,
town, right?
Edo period, like...
It's like when you go visit, like, the old West town, right? In the middle of the...
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's fucking great. Yeah.
Yeah, but, again, this episode is a great excuse to just use footage from an entire episode of fucking Ryu Soldier.
Mm-hmm, right? Because they don't want to fucking deal with this, right? Because they realize that they couldn't edit around it. It's like, boy, there's, like, really no way for us around them fighting in this fucking Japanese town.
Yeah. Anyway, Ion, with his infinite wisdom, goes, I know how to take him on. Kicks him so hard he bursts out and becomes huge.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's also really funny to me to think that this Sporix, as its Sentai counterpart, was a woman trying to, like, disconnect herself from her father's, like, dojo or whatever. But it's, like, such a more effeminate character. Like, the fact that a female character switches to a more masculine presenting, like, monster, right? is something that is interesting and could be taken as like, oh, there could be some analysis that could be put to it. Instead, it's just, I don't know, this monster gets thrown and it gets fucking turns big, and we gotta. There's no
time, you know. Gotta make some pie puns, as you know, right? Like, hey.
But there's no weight to anything. There's no substance to this.
Oh yeah, no. That's what the Spork's been all season. Like they're just there.
I know. I'm just saying, continuing. It's just there was substance. Like there was an actual plot there, and all that substance gets abandoned in favor of, I don't know, Ollie's being a bitch to his mom, like, and you know the monster is completely unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so weird.
Right. Also, I find the biggest drama of this episode is the fact that Ollie's mom like has her ask her son to do like this important thing for her. She's like, boy, I don't think you should be asking your teenage son or what your young adult son.
I don't know that he's. I don't know how teenage he is.
I mean, young adult son or whatever.
Yeah.
Doing this like right. What was I think it was like writing a paper about.
No, it was like doing like. It was doing, like...
calculations for a excavation project.
Yeah.
And, like, the projections.
Yeah,
like,
right? Stuff like that. I'm like...
My dad is an anthropologist. This would be like if he sent me, like, some bones and told me to do, like, analysis for it or something. And I just went, I don't know, these look old as shit, dude. Like, fuck off.
I mean, but Ollie knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Yo, like she couldn't send anyone,
yeah.
like any of her other
That's...
colleagues, right? Just like asking like your young adult son to do is really fucking weird.
Hold on, but that's the other thing is, as Molly said, he's probably getting paid. If he's actually like a credited person on this like research like effort, put in the fucking work. You're part of the fucking like plan. It's not just like, hey, look over this stuff that I sent. I might have made a mistake. It's, I'm tasking you with this responsibility to actually like do it yourself. I'm trusting you, and him just going, yeah, there, that's good enough. Hey, take it.
He didn't realize the extent of, like, how his shit affects other people, because he's an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's an idiot. I mean, but that's the thing, is, like, Ollie's the worst character. Mm-hmm. I think it's a fight between Ion and Ollie, but Ollie's had more screen time than Ion, so I think just statistically, Ollie is more of an asshole than Ion.
Right.
But anyway...
Amelia, he's trying to be better, but he's not.
Boy, that's gonna be a long walk for him to figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yeah.
Hey, but don't worry.
Anyway, we kill the pie dwarf.
And they did all this calculation and everything, right?
Yeah, and now it's Ollie's turn to fucking do the math, and he's like, I didn't realize how much I fucked up.
Yeah.
Let me do all of it. I'll get it right this time, I promise. Mm-hmm. Boy, you better, because...
If you don't, your mom's gonna lose her job.
If I was his mom, I don't know that I would trust him to do it, and I would just do it myself and be like, no, my suffering is going to be your lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're gonna... You know what? You can sit there and watch... as me and this other researcher dude, like, fucking, like, spend all night doing this. But you're not going to be allowed to do it because you fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, but hey, look, the days, look, Ollie gets to do his thing now, while everyone else gets to go eat ramen, you know, right? I had made a big list and everything, you know? Right? Everyone's like, oh, look.
Everyone has a list.
Mm-hmm. Look, and then afterwards they can go visit the Gun Plus store, you know?
Yeah, hey. Osaka's not that far from... It's actually... it's not that far. You can get from Osaka to Tokyo in like an hour and a half if you take the Shinkansen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go there, go to Odaiba, watch the... I think, actually, it's the Yokohama is where they have the fucking moving Gundam.
Uh-huh.
That'll actually, like, kneel down and crush us all and be used as a fucking war machine at some point.
Yeah. You know, hey, look. look, it's like the American big news media says. Japan has a walking Transformers now.
Oh, jeez. No, it's not until we get to the Zeta Gundam that they'll have a walking Transformer.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah.
But boy, hey, if I die getting stepped on by a Gundam, I couldn't ask for a better way to go out.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, and then Ollie, yeah, they make all their shit up, and they're all good, and blah blah blah, and then everybody whips out a list of food shit for for Japan.
Hey, look, you gotta.
And Javi's is surprisingly not written in gibberish. It's actual, like, I really thought it was just a bunch of scribbles, but it turns out it actually was like,
poorly written.
Just poorly written with like a Sharpie.
Yeah. Right. I look.
Like, also, I don't know why. Okay.
I like that Izzy's is like a weird scroll.
So he's got yakitori, ramen, yakisoba. I'm just looking at this at like the.
Oh yeah, that's yakisoba. I thought
yakisoba.
He was such an idiot. He wrote yakitori.
Wait, he wrote it twice? Yeah, I did too. But he has sushi, and it's like ramen and sushi. Ramen, sushi. All of these first four things you can get in America. Like you can get.
But they're not authentic. Also, can you get them in Pine Ridge or wherever the fuck they live?
I mean, New Zealand, California, America might not have it.
Yeah.
But that's because it's New Zealand, California, America. I'm just saying, like, natto, I get. That's pretty fucking hard to find and also fucking disgusting.
I mean, he also wrote Tamagoyaki. I mean, that's also something you're probably not going to find in America.
That is what it is. I was trying to figure out what the fuck that was.
Yeah. It took me a while.
Okonomiyaki? Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got some real, like, obscure shit.
Sashimi as a fucking thing. I'm like, boy, that's...
Yeah.
What? Who the fuck writes sashimi?
He wrote sushi, tempura, then sashimi. Like, he was thinking about it and he went, ooh, but also, I do want just, like, sashimi, not necessarily sushi. It's like...
Just sashimi
I don't know, man,
by itself, right?
Yeah. Just throw that raw fish in my gullet like the dolphin that I am.
I'm amazed that they actually went through the effort of writing this down, right? I thought like someone would just scribble, right? But like they actually went through.
I really wanted it to be that the other two didn't show their lists, and then Javi's was actually just scribbles. Like I wanted it to be that if one person actually showed a list, it was fucking meaningless and meant like a bunch of gibberish.
Right. Well, at least they actually went through the effort. I can't read Izzy because I think hers is in cursive, I believe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's also on green paper.
Yeah. It all ends
in a light blue hallway.
In a light blue hallway with green paper and a freeze frame.
Data looks angry. Or too hyped.
Look, he really wants to finally try this Japanese food, you know? They didn't have that on our RapCon, you know, right?
Ori has to sneeze.
Such a weird fucking way to end this episode, too, right? This freeze frames is so fucking weird and out of nowhere.
Yep.
Alright, is that it for this week's episode?
Probably, I don't know. Tariq's frozen.
Oh, is he frozen? Uh-oh, what happened to Tariq? Oh, I was waiting for...
he freeze framed.
Oh, boy. Boy. How long do you think we could keep him in freeze frame status, Molly, if we keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, like, if we were to just, like, how long would he last? Like, hey, can we go back to our earlier topic about EMF readers, you know, right? And then he has to stay there and listen to us talk about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I was gonna ask if Amelia's little overnight trip was gonna be paid for by Buck's class because she has her like paranormal activity section.
Well, I think yes, she would definitely put it all on Jade's credit, right? Or she would take the company,
sure, whatever.
Right? Like I said, I don't understand how this company makes money. right? And it could be the higher ups abusing his employees and not paying them and making them work overtime, right? It could be like that, right? And so then you can just get away with it.
How jobs work.
Yeah, that's that's how every American media corporation works,
Yep.
All right, I got
I'm
that.
still frozen.
Yeah, okay, I got nothing else. I think we can release him from his prison now.
And thankfully he can release himself.
Oh, that's not good. That's oh boy, hey, usually when you're stuck in that, there has to be a way to free you. Right? All right. Look, we'll figure that out. All right, look, hey, maybe we'll get unfrozen next week. All right. That's this week's episode. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash hands, wear a mask, get your shots. Boosters a thing now. Okay, thanks. Bye.